Welcome to the Optional Boss Podcast. This is episode 68, and apologize for the sudden hiatus. Last episode that went out, 67, was actually recorded quite a while ago. We tried uploading it a few times, and as you have noticed, with this episode, there's been no intro music. The same with the last, actually, after the third damn upload. And unfortunately, in today's world, everything gets copywritten stricken and gets taken down to an extent. So, unfortunately, like when we upload to YouTube, it just says, okay, we can't monetize this. That's fine. We aren't looking to monetize the podcast or anything. At least right now, maybe we'll do a Patreon down the line. We've talked about it, but we want to make sure that we are actually providing quality content. Our podcasting service just straight up takes it down on you. And because we had 2 episode strikes, even though it was just 1 episode, it stopped us from uploading for a little bit. It's stupid.
Your boys got banned.
But that's fine. So until further notice, we won't have any kind of music or anything, which honestly, that was one of my favorite parts of actually editing the episodes. It's like just diving into some gaming music. And it also means that, like, Tyler, an episode that I would love to actually do one day, and I don't think we can realistically, is about soundtracks.
Oh, if we could just compile a greatest hits episode, that would be fantastic. But
no,
not likely now. Ooh,
no.
Maybe that's an idea for the potential Patreon one day.
Maybe like a Patreon exclusive.
Yeah.
Because they won't ban us, right?
I don't know. Maybe we can find a workaround, if we can find some really, really obscure stuff, which is unfortunate because it made sense. Pair the music with the episode, gives a little bit of pizzazz. But
absolutely. But at the same time, it's one of those instances, like, even if we find super obscure stuff, with how the algorithms are kind of working now and for copywriting and kind of noticing that kind of stuff, is they're all into AI. They don't have to lift a finger now, right? So even if we get something very obscure, it's not, or it is likely that it would still be caught, right?
Yeah, because it's not even the actual people who make the music that are causing this anymore. It's quite the headache. But
yeah,
hopefully the people are just here to listen to us talk about video games then, if that's the case.
No, they listen to the first 30 seconds, and then 30 seconds in the middle, and then the 30 seconds at the end. That's all they care about.
Find the soundtrack.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. So today's episode, we were, honestly, just because life's been busy and we've kind of been out of it, we are going to do a little bit of an Oops What's Ramble wrap-up the year edition, or the Optional Boss Wrapped edition.
Ew.
Not
brought to you by AI.
Not brought by AI. No, this is 100% curated by your host, Josh and Tyler.
Yeah, you know what, though? It works. I mean, I've got my list of all my games here. It's pretty much my year wrapped in gaming, so as much as Spotify has soured it.
I gotta ask, just because, I mean, everything has it now. How do you feel about, the year wrap-up?
You know what? It depends on what it's coming from, right? Like, for example, the Spotify one, I know it's coming, and it's as much as I shit on it, it's kind of neat to... Oh my god, there was country music on my top 5 this year. What the fuck?
That's weird.
You know what? I got into some real oldies. It was a real strange summer. But anyway, it was weird that YouTube did a Wrapped this year. Cause, I watch a lot of YouTube, but I don't think about it that way.
No. But it is kind of neat. I think it's not so much like the Spotify. I'm always listening to music, right? Whether I'm in the car or cleaning the house or doing a workout or whatever, right? I'm always listening to music, and you know what? Oftentimes I do stick with my set artists, right? Having a YouTube one, with the amount of YouTube content because I don't watch TV, I don't watch movies, I watch YouTube, and it's all over the place. Right now I'm watching a Dark Souls series from some smaller YouTuber, and it's over the top. But it's just good background noise,
Yeah, that's
right?
that's pretty
So
much the most of it. Or you know what, like I'll find someone who's like doing a playthrough of something. They might be a little bit smaller, but like it's hey, I want to replay this game, but I don't want to play it right now, so I'll just have someone else do it while I do other stuff. Um, yeah, I don't remember how many channels I watched this year, but it was like if not in the hundreds, then in the thousands. Like really, because like I can think of like 5.
yeah.
So
But then sometimes it's just like that one little video that you want. Oh, this person does mostly like Persona games, but they did this one SMT game,
yeah,
right?
yeah, that actually is a
And
really good way to
it's
get me into stuff.
right. It's just one of those things.
Yeah.
Personally, like I love the wrapped up on like the gaming consoles.
See, I was actually just gonna say I don't think Nintendo's done theirs this year yet, and
They haven't. They actually wait for the year to end usually.
that's true. And they also are pretty quiet about it. It's just like, oh yeah, that's a thing right now. Go check it if you want.
Just-
Um,
yeah.
but I am
I mean,
always interested in seeing where I've sunk most of my year in gaming.
Yeah. And I mean, we get one for the podcast as well. And it's not that we share it really. I know we have in the past a little bit, but it's just kind of, I always find it very neat. And we've brought this up in the past before. Just the different countries,
Yeah, what was it? It was Canada, U.S.,
which isn't surprising. And like
France,
Australia.
and Brazil. I think were our top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, strange, but thank you, everybody. It's
So
been a
seeing
year.
things like that. It also the wrapped up on YouTube I thought was very neat. Even if I this is going to sound so stupid. Even if I don't agree with it, I think it's pretty cool.
What did it? Oh, what was really strange is it had like a game of the year, and I want to say for me it said it was either Hollow Knight or Amori, which is hilarious because I hadn't played either of those. But I'm guessing I probably watched people do playthroughs of them, and then YouTube probably thought, "Me, you love this, don't you?"
You want more.
Yeah.
And it's like, now I know why your algorithm's broken.
Yep. And it will never,
No.
ever get fixed.
I think I was Factorio and Amori, which honestly that kind of checks out.
Yeah.
Because I'm notorious for watching YouTube when I go to bed. And I will happily put on something that I haven't or that I have seen instead of something I haven't seen, because then I'm more inclined to actually like watch through it. Right? So I've tossed on like lore or story explanation videos or lore videos. Vatty video is a good example. He just has such a soft voice.
It's very, very comforting, especially when it's usually stories about murder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or crying and depression.
Yeah. But souls.
But soul style. So yeah, that's probably what happened with, not that Vatty does Amori or Factorio, but like Factorio, I've mentioned Dosh Doshington a few times and I've rewatched some of his videos. He's just so dry. It's great. And then Amori just, I know there's a couple videos, and oftentimes like I'll be watching a video and end up falling asleep or didn't fully pay attention to it, and then I'll rewatch it when I do go to sleep, and then it's like, okay, I got like 10 minutes in this time, replay it, and it's like 2 hours, right? So
Yep. Or the amount of times you're like, I should go back to that video, and you can't remember where it was because it's finished, and you were not conscious for it.
We are fucking nerds.
Yep.
I love it.
Yep, that'll happen. But
anyone who says they don't do that is a damn liar, if they're in any kind of capacity a gamer or a nerd.
But I guess I guess we're just kind of doing a general wrap up of the year. Like, what a year to be a nerd. Holy, like, too much stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? There was honestly, yes, there was a lot of stuff. Like, there was a lot of really good names. But at the same time, I found this year, like, there was a lot of stuff I could finally get around to.
There's a lot of stuff that I played that is not from this year. That's for sure.
Yes, the ending of this year, like the last 4 months, fan-fucking-tastic.
Yep. Yeah, too much so. Although, you know what? A lot of actually, what I've played in these last couple months are things from these last couple months, which is quite surprising, actually.
Yes. I mean, I do have to laugh. So, like, obviously the Game Awards happened. Um, Honestly, from my opinion, I didn't find too many of the reveals that exciting. But Divinity and Mega Man,
Oh,
because
my boy's
those,
back.
but it's not a numbered game.
No, but it is known internally as Mega Man 12.
Yes.
So it's actually been crazy how much Capcom has been like full force media campaign since they announced that trailer. Okay, so like normally when it comes to the Game Awards, I write off like a Mega Man announcement because obviously, and so I never even
They
really
aren't going to announce
consider
Mega
about
Man
it.
at the Game Awards.
Like as far as like things I was expecting to see at the Game Awards, it was like maybe like Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3. Fingers crossed for that, potential Chrono Trigger remake. Like that would have been a cool reveal if that's a thing. But
Yep.
and then the orchestra starts and like I get a couple notes in and I'm just like, wait a second. And oh no. No, this
God,
is
when they started that, I'm just like,
you,
I fucking know this.
you wanna know
What the fuck is this? Why can't I pinpoint what this is? And I think it's because I just never expected
No.
Mega Man
And
to have like orchestral
immediately
at the Game Awards for one.
I got very apprehensive because I was worried it was like a trailer for another episode of that like secret level Netflix or Prime show or something, which would have been cool, but not a new game. And then lo and behold,
It's not what you're looking for.
they go into gameplay, and not only is it Mega Man, it is Mega Man. He jumps and he shoots. Like
It does kind of disappoint me because it looks like 11.
No. If you take a closer look at it, it looks so much better. His
Yeah?
model looks incredible compared to Mega Man 11. Like, he doesn't look all stumpy anymore. Like, he's, like, fully proportioned how he's supposed to be. Oh, I think he takes battle damage now. Like, it shows a little bit of wear on his armor. It looks good.
Oh, really?
It looks cheap.
Okay.
Sure. Because it's going to be a fairly cheap game compared to, like, Resident Evil or something like that. But, whoa.
Sure.
And you want to...
Although, apparently Capcom wants to try and boost Mega Man to Resi level.
They would like him to be like, he's always been a pillar of Capcom, but like they want him to be back at the forefront, which apparently
they want him to be a Leon.
Yeah, apparently this isn't the only Mega Man game in the works either, which if true, fingers crossed, I want like a Legends remake. Legends 3 would be cool, but I think it's been long enough that we could just full on remake the first one.
Absolutely.
But the most depressing thing is as soon as that trailer finished, and like I'm feeling just the utmost awe, and the first thing I say is, God, I hope this doesn't get canceled. I have seen this crap so much with Mega Man, where they release a trailer or do a big announcement, and then sorry, the lead developer quit.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm excited. It's 2027. So, we'll see.
Well,
we got time.
Hopefully, if they are working on other Mega Man Legends or Mega Man games, hopefully we do see like a Legends. Like, they've gotten pretty damn proficient in the over-the-shoulder.
Yeah.
And they could easily do that with Legends. Although, I don't know what they would do for the art style. Because they don't want to go too realistic. It's going to look stupid.
I feel like if they kind of just like amp it up and make it like a nice cell shaded look or something, like I think
I was kind of thinking that, like cell shaded, so it kind of has that like PS1 N64 kind of look, but modernized, right? So
because the neat thing about Mega Man Legends is it has such a very bright art style. Like its colors really pop. It's very cartoony. Not too dissimilar to like mainline Mega Man, but just 3D. So yeah, I want them to stay like straight, cause just cartoony and wacky with it, So, but I genuinely do not really remember anything else that was announced at the Game Awards other than there's that the Sheepdog game. it's like Stray, but you're a dog. That's kind of charming.
And you heard sheep.
I heard sheep. There's that one with the badger. That was a trip.
Bradley the Badger or something.
Yeah. which
That you know what fuck. I was watching it. It's like, this is fucking
meta.
stupid. I want it.
Yeah.
Right? It's one of those games.
You know what's weird? Like it kind of, when at first it was riffing on Bloodborne, I'm like, that's just kind of funny, you know, like playing Bloodborne on like a 3D platformer. But then to see it's like, you know, you're actually going through all sorts of different genres. Because if it was just the Bloodborne thing, I think it would have fallen flat. But also, all I could think is like Nostalgia did it first.
Yes.
So,
and now you haven't played the last year of Nostalgia, right?
No, I only kind of started it out, but I get its whole deal. You know, it's a tongue-in-cheek Souls-like. So
yes. That was one of the games I played this year, and it was good. Don't get me wrong, but it left a lot to be desired. Like if you, it's paying homage to the retro world. Yes, absolutely. But it felt sort of like it didn't want to commit to it either.
Well, it's kind of hard to pay homage to retro when the game that you are taking inspiration from isn't inherently retro, right?
Sure, to a degree, but like, so for those that don't know, like last year of Nostalgia, it is a Souls-like that kind of plays on, you know what, I'm not even going to say it plays on retro games. It plays more on retro graphics.
Yeah. I mean, you start out, you're a stick figure.
I mean, that's all you are during the game, is you're a stick figure.
Yeah, but you get armor and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you're still a stick figure at heart. Where Bradley the Badger, it feels like it actually pays homage to these other genres with, like, actually, again, tongue-in-cheek kind of play, making kind of notes like Bloodborne. You got Badgerborn. There's the Cyberpunk 2077, I think. The Final Fantasy homage. Like, you got all these different kind of, like, I'm saying homage, more like head nods to it. Right? So it seems like it's much more willing to kind of be a celebration of gaming.
It's very much a game made for the fans of those games.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things, like, I can't hate it till I try it.
Fair enough.
Because it does seem like it's going to be pretty good. And yes, technically, Nostalgia did it first. This seems like it's a lot more true because it's not afraid to commit.
No, this seems like it wants to be a Saturday morning cartoon.
Yes. Mega Man was exciting. Do not get me wrong on that. But I think the one thing that got me really excited was the Divinity announcement.
Yes.
It's so funny because Larian Studios has really, like, put their name in concrete with how well they've been doing. Like, Divinity Original Sin 2 was the first Larian game I played. I don't actually know what all they've made. And that was a lot of fun, but it's outside my genre. Baldur's Gate 3, I mean, to see a Baldur's Gate come back in any capacity, that was actually good. That was exciting. So obviously I had to try it, even if it's outside of my wheelhouse, just because I played Baldur's Gate back in the day, like in the 90s. And I absolutely loved it. So I'm sure as hell going to be keeping an eye on this Divinity and seeing where it goes. And even though it's not my gameplay style, I'm still going to... And this, I'm always going to say this. This speaks loud when someone who does not like that gameplay style has a blast playing one of these games. That is a huge credit, I think.
Funny enough, I want to say that, like, that kind of opened the door to more tactical RPGs, because I mean, obviously, since Divinity, you've played Baldur's Gate 3, you've done Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yes.
You know, as opposed to previously, I think you would have been much more likely to write those games off.
Yes, the only other games in the Tactics, I mean, the 13 Sentinels, I guess, but admittedly, it felt like that Family Guy episode where they get like TiVo or something Dad, what are you doing? Oh, I'm fast forwarding through these pesky shows so I can get to the commercials. that was 13 Sentinels. Like I turned the gameplay on easy because I didn't care.
You know what?
Got through those just so I could advance the story and play the visual novel part, and that's not me.
It's funny because, like, you know, I really got into the tactical combat of 13 Sentinels, but it is hilarious that they are able to just, like, look, if we know what you like, so we're going to give you access to it. Which, good on them, you know? Because it would suck if
absolutely.
If a game like that was walled by just gameplay that you just fucking hated.
Yeah. Well, that's essentially what they did eventually. Like, as you got later on, you couldn't advance the story until you actually did the game.
No,
and you had to complete those chapters.
This is your story gate. Now go kill some stuff. We didn't build this system for nothing.
Please kill something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, like, if you can tell a good story and make me immersed in the story, I don't think it really matters what gameplay style it is, right? And Divinity Original Sin 2, because that's the only other Divinity I played, and Baldur's Gate 3, just the amount of different things that you can do, it really immerses you in the capabilities of what you can do. Like, they open up the world. It's not just tactics. Like, there's stupid things that you can do in it. You want to pick up a barrel that's sitting beside you and toss it at someone? Oh, it's oil? Okay, now they all have splash damage. So you can throw a torch at them. Right? Like, it's a lot more open than just, this is your character. Like, if I'm looking at, like, Final Fantasy Tactics, yes, I had a really good time with that. But you're limited. This is your weapon. This is your spells. This is what you can do. And yeah, you can change it up before you enter battle, but, like, there's so many things that you can do in Larian's games.
Well, and I think it's because they're pretty much straight ripping from Dungeons and Dragons, right? And the whole fun of Dungeons and Dragons is do whatever you can think of that applies to the situation. And they really do what they can to capture that within their gameplay.
And they do a damn good job of it, because that is not an easy thing to do in video game form. Mm-hmm. Like, there has to be a limit, right? And they tried their damnedest to do everything that you think would be possible. So
it might get me to dabble. I did see that they recently announced that Divinity 2 Original Sin, or Original Sin 2, however it may be, it's getting a definitive edition. I don't know if that's just like a remaster or just a re-release with all of its DLC, what have you, but it might might open up the doors to me trying it out, maybe.
It is a good time. They are long games, but if you want, like, good story, good pacing, and a world that you can just kind of craft to your own liking based on what you do, this is going to be a very, very big statement. You will not find that in any other game.
I don't know. I was just playing Stone Soup, and that was pretty close. I can close doors.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And teleport away.
And I can teleport away, yes, from those pesky electric eels.
I would honestly say, like, give Baldur's Gate 3 a try.
Well, and it's funny because, like, I like them conceptually, but I'm so much more drawn to, and conceptually it's the same thing, just significantly more limited, like the really old gold box D&D, like DOS games. Like,
oh yeah,
those just something about them, and this is just that way better. So chances are I would probably like it once I figured it out.
So I'll be honest, I don't like it when games go past, like, even the 30-hour mark. And maybe that's just my short attention span, but I just find, like, I start losing interest. Where Divinity Original Sin 2 and Baldur's Gate 3, I just kind of kept going.
If there was a theme to my year, it is games that ran a little longer than I would have liked them to. Which is unfortunate, because, like, I liked a lot of the things that I played, but there were some that I'm like, you could have shaved 10 hours off of that. And I would have had just as good a time. Actually, so do you, I don't know if you have stuff like, you mark your stuff down, like, in order of what you did, but do you have the first game you did this year?
Yes.
And what was it?
The exact same one I'm finishing the year out on. Factorio.
Oh, no. Oh no. Yeah, that's not a huge surprise to me. See, it's nice. I can go down memory lane. And the first thing I did this year was Dragon Quest III, the HD 2D remake. And
Right.
you know what? I kind of think that set the tone for the year. I didn't play like a shit ton, but I did play a pretty healthy amount of RPGs, especially like in this last little bit. I don't know.
So I'm actually curious because this year I did a lot of RPGs,
Hmm.
more than I admittedly anticipated. So I'm kind of curious if I did more RPGs than you,
You
being the
might
not so
have.
RPG fan.
Let's see. So I'm going like strictly turn based with this. So, oh wow, I didn't really start doing RPGs till the end of the year. You probably have more than me, because including what I'm playing right now, which is Sea of Stars, I think that's 4 this year. So, you
I
probably.
have 8.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a lot. No, I think the thing I played most this year was probably like either Metroidvanias, shocker, or just actually straight up just action platformers like Mega Man,
Yeah,
which I'm
I
not going to
mean,
say is a bad thing.
no, not at all.
No.
I did a lot of like playing around this year. And by
There's
that
the.
I mean like going out of the norm,
Hmm.
right? So, and sometimes some of these cases are it's like touching something I wouldn't or that's not that popular.
Hmm.
Great example would be like Thymesia, which was like you look like the Plague Doctor and it's a Souls game, but it's very very fast,
Oh,
right?
yes, I
So,
do remember that. Trying to think if there's. Yeah, if there's anything that I played this year that was like Souls but not Souls, it was the Lies of P DLC, which oh my god. Oh. Oh, that was really good. Um
I mean, you have a very big fondness for Liza P as well.
I do. And I very much remember when the DLC came out. I just played the whole game again.
Yep.
So, you know, yeah, never gonna have a bad time with that. But I will say, even though like I think it was like probably better than the base game, it was kind of like I did it. Here we go. Let's move on to the next thing, right? It didn't stick with me. Oh, that's also a running theme this year. Fuck.
Things that
Um,
didn't stick with you.
long anticipated sequels or extensions that just didn't land as hard as the initial. And like I'm gonna jump ahead to the end of the year. We had Silk Song and Hades 2, especially Hades 2. Um and don't get me wrong, they're both great. Like I would say Silk Song better than Hollow Knight, but a different flavor all the same. So it's
Yes.
not like I'm saying one is a standout more than the other. But Hades 2 it's really fucking good. Like
I've
um
started it, but I have not gotten very far.
I crushed right through it. I haven't done like I've gotten the initial credits roll, but I haven't done like the extended stuff because there's a lot of shit to do in this game, and that might almost be like the issue that I have with it. Um, I don't know. I don't want to get too much into it without getting into spoilers. Like gameplay, solid, if not better than the original game. Story is really good too, but I think something about how much smaller scale the first Hades was made it a bit more
Right.
addictive.
And I think that's kind of a running theme as well, like you
Hmm.
said, because like Hollow Knight, it's much more digestible than Silk Song. Silk Song is massive,
Oh,
and that's not a bad thing. Like I really enjoyed my playthrough through it, but when it comes down to like a replay value, again, it goes to that like I don't like games going past 30 hours, and I spent like 90 hours on Silk Song, right? And admittedly, like yes, they have achievements for like 5 hours and under, right? But like so does Factorio, and I'll never get that.
well, and not only that, I mean, the first playthrough of Metroidvania, like, you want to kind of get through every nook and cranny that you can without, like, looking at a guide and stuff. So
Absolutely.
you're sinking a lot of time into it. But, yes, Silk Song, I think is one of the games that I played this year that was definitely like, I loved it, but I could have done with like 5-10 hours less of it. But
For the price versus hours played, I'm definitely not going to complain, because the content was solid.
Oh, it was incredible, and it's
Like,
something that I do look forward to going back to.
Not much of it felt like filler, if any.
No,
and the runbacks weren't that bad. People were complaining about runbacks; they weren't that bad. The worst one being Bile Water.
Yeah,
but even then, that's not that terrible.
Well, and also the amount of flexibility that this game has is absolutely insane. I think a really good comparison between Hollow Knight and Silksong is Hollow Knight, every time that you play it, you're going to want to do it better, right? So
yes,
almost think of it like Super Metroid or even maybe like Mega Man X, right? Just improve it. As where with Silksong, I mean, sure, improvement is going to be the name of the game, but you can do entirely different builds, fuck with shit you never did before, right? And so they have a very different kind of replay value to them.
Yes. Like Hollow Knight, you had your set skills and abilities, and yes, you had charms that could do other things that would alter slightly. Silksong has new weapons.
Oh, you can get a whole different experience.
New attack styles, right? So there's so much different gameplay style that you can enjoy.
But as far as like things that an anticipated sequel or extension of something that went on far longer than I would have liked it to. So I did the Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree DLC this year.
Okay.
I hate that it made me like Elden Ring less.
There's a big, like, I've only played through the DLC once, and I enjoy Elden Ring.
It was fun.
One thing that my biggest complaint was the amount of empty space. One thing that made Elden Ring special is they had such a vast world, but everything felt purposeful. Everything was interesting to look at. Where when you enter that DLC, you just have an open farm field.
Yeah.
Not actually farm field, it was just a field, but
I found...
You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of just empty space.
Well, and not even so
with
much
not much going
empty. On. Yeah, like, I feel like exploring in the DLC felt more like busy work than it did engaging gameplay, right? Like, it's almost like in the last area in the base game when you get to, like, the frozen tundra, it's not as interesting, so you're not really combing every corner. You go back because there's stuff, but with the DLC, it's that same kind of, there's just more A to B, you know?
Okay, how about this comparison? If you think back to Dark Souls 1, it was Elden Ring being up until you get to finish Dragon Slayer Ornstein?
Ornstein and Smough, yeah.
Yeah, Ornstein and Smough. And then you get to place the Lord Vessel, and then it's, you got to go back and kill all these guys. Yeah. I always found that as, like, the low point of the game. And that first, like, you ring the two bells, and then Anor Londo, that was always, like, my favorite part of the game.
Yep.
The DLC is everything after.
It doesn't feel as meaningful. I don't know.
No.
It was good.
The bosses were great.
Oh yeah, no, the bosses were great. Some of the dungeons were pretty all right. But
exploration wasn't as exciting.
I don't know. I got through it, and I'm just like, all right, I kind of feel nothing.
Yep.
So, which is, and again, none of these things that I'm complaining about are bad. They were actually great ways to spend my time this year. But I'm gonna bitch.
And you know what? I there's been such a weird discourse with just online in general. We can criticize something, but still love the living shit out of it, right?
You know what deserves actual criticism? Okay, so before I say this, what amongst what you played this year do you think was, not even that you didn't enjoy it, but just objectively the worst thing you played?
Oh god. I don't know if it's the worst thing I played, but it's probably the one that I felt let me down the most.
Ooh, that's almost worse.
Yeah, like it wasn't as good as I was hoping it would be, and that would be Pepper Grinder.
Yes, that was a short little jaunt this year.
Yeah, it was like 3 hours or something. Now, granted, it is a bit of a collectathon, and I didn't collect everything, but nor did I really care to. Like, once I got going through it and whatnot, it's like, okay, whatever. And it's entirely possible I was just not in the mood, but forced myself through it, but I just didn't find it all that great.
It's kind of game where if you're not absolutely in love with its gameplay, it's only going to be so much for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Pepper Grinder.
See, for me,
I played a lot of really good games this year. Jesus Christ.
I played a lot of good games. I also played Mega Man X7, which oh man. So okay, I did Mega Man X7 and X8 this year for my first time ever actually playing through them, which I'm glad I finally have. Like,
Yes.
I owe it to myself to understand those parts of Mega Man history. Whoa, fuck. So here's the thing about them. I can see the ambition behind them, or at least with X7. You know, it's a PS2 game. We're going to finally try to bring Mega Man to 3D, but not too much, because then it's not Mega Man. And it is such a fucking mess. Holy fuck.
I feel like there is a lot of games, loosely a lot of games, that could never fully transition into 3D properly.
No, and that was definitely not one of them.
I don't think Mega Man really translates to 3D properly. Like Mega Man Legends we were talking about earlier. Yeah, okay. It's a different style than your standard Mega Man game.
Yeah.
One I'm going to bring up is Sonic.
Oh,
Sonic never really worked in 3D the way it did in 2D.
You know what's weird though? We now live in a time where like we have fans of 2D and we have fans of 3D Sonic. That has never happened with Mega Man.
Yes.
So,
and I mean Mario he made a good transition to 3D.
Oh yeah, he invented it.
But you still have two different fan bases, those who will be 3D Mario fans and the 2D Mario fans. Yep. And clearly they're going for both, because they had Odyssey for the 3D fans and they had Wonder for 2D fans, right? So they're still catering to both sides.
I need to get around to Wonder one of these days, but yeah, Mega Man X7, total train wreck. It's a funny curiosity. Mega Man X8, it makes me sad. Because they went straight 2D with this one, but like they kept with the 3D visuals, and
right,
it's not bad. Like, it's very playable. The story's fucking bonkers. But hey, I mean, it's Mega Man. What can you expect? But it feels clunky just because they went with like those kind of visuals, and everything's so big. I don't know. There's a lot of good ideas there. It just doesn't look nice. And you'll play it and you go, this isn't bad. I wish it was like the old ones. And that's, I think, its biggest sin.
No, that's fair.
Other than that, the only thing, quote unquote, worse that I played, and I only say it's worse just from why are you going to play a standpoint. I randomly played the Game Boy version of Gradius that they put on Switch Online, like just one sitting, beginning to end. I was like, yeah, it's a Game Boy game. It was a Game Boy game. That's it. Everything else I played, top notch. Couple. I guess on your note of disappointing, though, I don't know. Ooh. Okay. Yes, I do. Oh, this one's gonna hurt for some people. So last month, and I polished off Paper Mario: Thousand Year Door.
Okay.
It's good. It's not that good.
I think a lot of that is nostalgia. Like, for its time, it would be really good.
I don't know. It was kind of boring. it comes from a time, and it's also, I mean, it's Nintendo, so Nintendo's going to play it safe with RPGs. When it comes to, like, quote-unquote quests, like, you're just doing fetch quests all the goddamn time.
That was the style of the time.
It really was the style of the time, but it doesn't feel good.
No. I mean, that was in the era when, like, MMORPGs were getting off the ground, and that's all they had, right?
That is very true, yeah. I don't know, like,
But
it's fun.
Yeah.
But like, it's just not. It's also too long for what it is. Now, it's funny. I was actually going to say, like, it's better than the one for Mario, or like the original Paper Mario, and it is by far. But I think because that one's shorter, I would recommend it first.
I mean, the first one isn't bad. I enjoyed it. I played it, I think, last year.
It's such an N64 game.
It is.
Yeah.
But that's all it needs to be.
Yeah.
It was better than Quest 64, presumably.
They need to remake Quest 64, and they have to call it Quest 64 when they do.
What was the strangest game that you played this year?
Ooh.
And this is more for me, honestly, just because I love my strange games. And technically I got two. So while you think, Yumi Nikki. I played that,
pretty
just
strange one, yeah.
It is, and it's more of like a walking, make you think narrative. Like, there's no words or anything. It's just you just kind of go through emotions. Obviously I had to bring that one up, but I think in a sense of, like, actually weird, not just for weird sake, but like, I don't know how to explain it. Buddy Simulator 1984.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
That was just, I mean, it's an RPG and it's like mostly black and white. From what I remember, anyways. Geez, I'm gonna be honest. I enjoyed my time with it. It was one of the first games I played this year.
So if I recall, Buddy Simulator is kind of like a creepypasta the game.
Kind of. I don't even think it was that. I mean, it did have some horror aspects in it, but it wasn't like Amori had more. Right? It was just very unsettling, I guess.
Okay. See, if I'm gonna say, like, the weirdest game, now when I say this to you, it's not gonna come across too weird, but like, just as far as general gaming goes, like if I was trying to talk someone into this, Inscription, hands down the weirdest game I played this year.
Yeah.
And also one of the best ones I played. Holy fuck.
Inscription's really good.
But according to my scores, because I scored all my games this year, I liked it more than Slay the Spire. And I think that's still true, but
I think some of that could be accounted for aesthetic.
Well, that's the thing. Inscription sticks with me more because, like, the game's fucked.
Oh yeah,
but it's also really cool how it has, like, the escape room aspects and how things keep changing on you, like, beyond going into things that would spoil it for people. Like, it's incredible.
Every time you get comfortable, it tosses you on its head.
Oh, and it just does stuff to just kind of, like, make you uncomfortable, and like it's really well done. As where Slay the Spire is just a really, really well made card game.
Yes.
So
I think the only thing I didn't like about Inscription is Act 3.
Act 3 was pretty kooky, but at the same time, like, it wrapped it up nicely.
It did. It did.
Yeah.
But I think it was my least favorite.
It's when the gameplay, I would say, gets the most or the least expansive at that point, right? Like, It very much has a direct thing that it wants to accomplish at that point. Okay, so what do you think is not weirdest, but just like most little peculiar thing that you played this year? And what I'm gonna say for mine is, and I only say it's weird because it's like probably one of those $5 games that I got for a physical copy of. It's a little game called Colt Canyon, and it's just like a top-down twin-stick shooter roguelike. You just have to go right, get to the end of the stages, and then when you get to the end, go all the way left again. Hooray, you did it. And it was stupid addictive.
Huh.
Yeah. It's like one of those games, like, I'm not one for, like, game development or anything, but it very much gave the vibe of, like, a game jam game.
Okay.
And, yeah, like, it has two colors. Like, the pixels are, like, a darkish gray to black, and then everything else is, like, brownish western feel. But it somehow accomplishes so much with just a little gameplay loop. It just, it was fun. I don't know if I'll ever play it again.
Yeah, I could say Buddy Simulator 1984. Like it was really good.
Yeah.
I'll say that it was a good time. Weird as fuck from what I remember. Unfortunately, I don't remember a lot of it because I've done so many things. Jesus.
Right?
So many RPGs this year. So like there's a lot of narratives in for me.
See, a really weird one that I did play this year. But not weird like how Inscription's like freaky weird, just weird as in like how did you take these elements and make them work? Playing Rido Remastered, which
okay.
Yeah, what a strange like action RPG Pokemon like fucking detective simulator. Like it threw so much crap in, and it's so wacky, and it has the most awesome like film noir style soundtrack to it. The whole like the game almost like knows the whole thing's a joke.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna say what the last boss is, but it's so hilariously ridiculous. It's not as wacky as like a Yakuza game, but not far from it.
I think in that aspect, I'm gonna say Gunbrella.
Oh yeah, that's a weird concept for a game.
It is like your umbrella is a gun.
Yeah,
and the movement was kind of fun in it. It's not like spectacular by any means, but it is a good time.
Yeah, no, that seems like that's like a little like 4 or 5 hour game, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that. It didn't take very long. It was longer than Pepper Rider.
No, fair enough. Now not Factorio, because we already know you've played a lot of Factorio this year. But what is there any like standout things that you replayed this year?
That I replayed?
Yeah.
Honestly, it was kind of enjoyable to go back to the Lisa games.
Yeah.
And I'll admittedly, I didn't go back a whole lot this year to any of the games. And I mean, we already said Factorio. The only other games I went back to this year was Sekiro, and that didn't take any time. Lisa the Painful and Joyful, and I don't even know if it's counted as going back to or not, but Blasphemous 2 with the DLC.
See, that's funny enough, that's kind of why I mentioned it. Although, I think that does sit in its own little category, because it's kind of like a replay. You know,
it was a replay for something new. It's just like Elden Ring and Shadow of the Erdtree for you.
Yeah. And I don't know about you, but the DLC made me like Blasphemous 2 a lot more. I don't know if it was just that whole, like, kind of like how the original Blasphemous, it was like, you know, like it and then replay it and then love it, or if I just enjoyed the extra content that much. It was a lot of fun. That's for damn sure.
It was. I didn't really care for the special ability they added to the Mea Culpa.
The weird kind of like teleport slash thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't do a whole lot for me.
No.
You know, they had some pretty cool like platforming puzzles with it, but
the new boss fights were great.
Oh, new boss fights were stupid fun. I don't know. I think I just got a better appreciation. It still, you know, has its problems, like with the enemy gauntlet rooms and stuff like that.
Yes. Which is something I noticed they did in Silksong.
Yeah, they did a lot of that in Silksong, actually.
Right? It's
the game was long enough. It didn't need them.
Yeah.
But I also know a lot of people are there for the combat of that game, right? So.
But at the same time, it does it. Gauntlet rooms are just so
Fair.
I feel like it's a cheap way. It is the combat version of a fetch quest.
Yeah, especially when you got to run back to do that combat. Oof.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I thought it was fantastic. But as far as things that I redid this year, there was a good handful. Um, oh yeah, Donkey Kong 94 on the Game Boy. Replayed that. That game's great. People need to play it.
Oh, there was something two other games I replayed. Sorry. Aria of Sorrow and Order of Ecclesia.
Ooh, see, that's funny because I was just gonna say I also replayed Order of Ecclesia, and that game's just fun.
It is good.
I still think it's my favorite of the like Game Boy Advance DS era Castlevanias. Although
Yeah?
Aria Sora still
Aria of Sorrow is
really
pretty
up
damn
there.
solid.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough sell, but at least of the DS ones, I know it's my favorite of those three.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's because we got the Dominus collection, which thank you Konami for giving me games I want to play.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. As far otherwise, things that I replayed this year. Oh yeah, that's right. Actually a couple weeks ago, what did I had just finished? Oh yeah, I had just finished playing Shinobi. And there was like a week or two, I think it was 1 week before Hades was coming out, and I was like, I know Hades is gonna take up most of my time. I need
Yep.
something short, something I can just plow through. So let's start Final Fantasy IV. And, I wanted to do the Pixel remaster for a while, right? And Final Fantasy IV is so hilariously straightforward. Also, I've probably done it like 4 or 5 times by now. I looked up the how long to beat before I started it. It was like 24 hours, and I beat it in 12. So,
Oh, jeez.
yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, it might just be because you move a little bit faster in the Pixel remaster. Also the joy of just, you know what? I don't feel like getting in random encounters for this dungeon. I've done it before. Turn it off.
So that is one thing I did with because I did 1, 2, and 3
Yep.
before, and especially with 2, there's just a point when having that feature is just so nice because stop wasting my goddamn time.
No, I'm not gonna be a purist. I think quality of life features, if they get you to play these games, we'll have at it.
Absolutely, and
the
it's yeah.
If you're gonna max out your like stats for one of these games, then maybe not so much. Because when I think of like the older Final Fantasies, especially something like 3 or 5, they're more gameplay oriented. Their stories aren't rocking the world.
Yeah.
You want to go through like 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess if you want to play the other ones, I don't know if they have the quality of life stuff, but like if you want to just get to the story, then by all means.
Well, also, especially like when I used it, I'd always go through the dungeon and then they always made you run out. So I just turn off when I run out. But realistically, when you turn off random encounters, you are causing yourself a detriment.
Yeah, I had to grind a little bit at the end because of it.
Right? Well,
But,
yeah.
give and take. I'd rather just slam out like 25 minutes of grinding at the end of the game as opposed to like an extra 4 hours in tedious runbacks.
Yes.
So, and I think, yeah, that would be it for things that I revisited this year. Anyway,
What was your biggest surprise?
my biggest surprise this year. Get a new Mega Man game. Let's see.
Okay.
You mean of like things that I played, like things that like
yeah, like what was something that you went into not knowing that you would actually really, really enjoy as much as you did?
Oh, that's easy. Shinobi. Shinobi was wild. So I would personally call this the year of the ninja, with how much crazy ninja shit came out this year, and that I played. Like I played Cyber Shadow, Ninja Gaiden, and Shinobi.
Oh yeah, Cyber Shadow. That had its physical. So yes, it released earlier, but being physical collectors and physical game players,
that's this year game.
We both played it this year, and we just got the physicals this year. So,
and
just to kind of put that at ease.
So I've played like a little bit of the Shinobis for Genesis, and they're very, very basic. But this one looked really fucking cool, so I got it, and it is surprisingly, how would I describe it? It has a lot more to its gameplay than you would expect, like a classic, like, run to the right and just kill enemies on screen kind of thing.
Right.
Now, that said, it's kind of beat 'em up ish. Like, the enemies are kind of spongy, but like some of the combos that you can pull off, they look and feel so fucking cool. That said, there's so much about this game. Like, it's got some beautiful artwork, and then you look at the level design, and you think, like, damn, this looks cheap as fuck.
Right.
You know, like, Sega went all out with this, but they also didn't go all out with their budget. But
Right.
I expected it to be super meh, and I ended up loving it. So, you know, that's probably my biggest surprise this year.
I was kind of that way with Ragebound.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
not really surprised. Well, I think surprised in a negative sense. Like, it was really good, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I felt like I could take it or leave it.
It seems like there was a little bit more to expect out of it, and it ended up being a little bit more simplistic, right? Like, it was fun.
Oh, absolutely.
But when I finished it, like, I beat the final boss, I was like, oh, that was it, okay.
Yeah.
So, which kind of gives it more of an arcadey vibe, which...
It
I
makes
don't know.
sense to a degree.
You know, like, I think about, like, the NES games and stuff, they were probably about, like, what, 6 levels apiece?
Yeah, something like that.
You know, I wouldn't mind checking out the originals now that I've played this one, because this one clearly pays something I didn't realize about this, which is actually really cool. So, you know, the very start of the game, which I can talk about, start of the game, where you're playing as that one ninja who gets to the end and then he gets killed in that fight.
Yeah.
So that is the events of the cutscene that starts the first Ninja Gaiden, which is really fucking cool.
That is actually. That's neat.
That's all I know about Ninja Gaiden lore, so. But, so it clearly pays a lot of homage to its roots.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. My biggest surprise. Oh, God. I got a couple of them. But they came out with the physical edition, so I finally got to play. Or they came out, period. The Lunar series. At least 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And I've always heard that they were pretty good. Number 2 had some questionable translations. It's working designs, I think, right? So yeah. Number 1, I think the best way I had it is if you're looking for a story, number 1 by far. If you're looking for a solid game, number 2. Both really worth your time, but I fell in love with these games. They were fantastic.
I know I've been keeping my eye on them because they've been doing reprints of them because they've been selling really well. So
yes,
it is one that I would like to pick up one day because it's fun to branch out from the like core RPGs that I know, like, you know, the Final Fantasies, and I guess more recently I've had more interest in Dragon Quest, but all the same, you know, like they're your staples. But
yeah.
Then you think about those more oddball ones, like the Lunar or like Lufia, stuff like that, right?
So I do highly recommend Lunar 1 and 2. Like the fact that they weren't as popular as they should have been is kind of upsetting, to be honest.
It's funny. Didn't you also do Suikoden this year?
Yes, I did Suikoden 1. I didn't do Suikoden 2. Suikoden 1, I mean, I know we talked on a previous episode before it came out. It's like, oh, this looks like it's kind of mobile-y. So I don't know. It was a good time. I'm going to say that. It was actually really fun. That is considering that it has one of my biggest gripes in RPGs, and that is having multiple party members.
That's kind of the whole point of it.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, you there's like 100 different characters or some shit. Or stars, I think they're known as. I hate having to do inventory management between multiple characters and then trying to keep everyone up to the same level and everything. they did include like a really good way, and I guess it's in the base game too, to make sure that everyone's kind of on the same level. Uh, or if they aren't, they boost up really quick, so it's like catch up features.
Mm-hmm.
So that made that really nice. So whenever because you are always switching characters out, you are losing characters this way, you are gaining characters this way, and it's just finding out what that balance is. Like what are you able to do? Oh, you need this kind of character, so you want to bring them. Oh, they aren't leveled up, but it never was a hindrance,
Mm-hmm.
which was nice. Um, and I never knew that they had like. I mean, it's not a new idea, but like the more characters you get, you can start like building up a town. Not that you build it per se, but like whole thing is you guys are rebels, right? You're fighting in a resistance, and you start building an army. So as you build that army and gain more characters, and then depending on who you do get, like you can find someone who's also a merchant. So it's good to have that person in your camp. So,
See, now I'm just remembering the whole thing in Dragon Quest III where it's like, we need a merchant to start a town, and then so you lead your merchant to start the town, and then it's just like, I became king, I became dictator, I'm in jail now.
Yeah. Forgot about that. Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's cool with the whole thing with Suikoden. It's just like, like hypothetically, you find someone who's just like, well, I'm a baker, but I kind of want to take on the army. But like, also I'm a baker, so like, if you need bread, I'll be in this house.
Yes. And it's kind of neat because like after I beat it, I kind of looked up like how do you get these characters, because the true ending, you need all the characters, right? And I wasn't gonna do that. I'll be straight up. I'm not gonna do that. But just like how you get some of these characters is so bizarre. Like you got to do very specific things to try and unlock, and that kind of makes a bit of fun for you, because you can kind of get an idea. Like anyone who has a portrait, chances are they're recruitable, and it's just on how you're going to actually like. You might have to get a certain item from far away, but you don't actually know that that's what you need till you go to offer it. So yeah, it was really good.
I do think it's funny though, between like, now I know Suikoden 2 is like the quote legendary one, but it's funny that you played that and Lunar was the one that stuck with you more.
Yes. I haven't played Suikoden 2 yet, so just Suikoden 1. So we'll see when I finally get into Suikoden 2. It could just be the mobile graphics. Where like Lunar, yeah, I didn't play it as a kid or anything, but it still felt nostalgic. But yet, for its time that it came out, like here's some blasphemy for you. Like Final Fantasy, their stories not really good. It
depends on which ones, but yeah,
sure. Like very early on, like the same time that like Lunar 1 would have been out, because Lunar 1, I thought it originally came out on PlayStation. It didn't. It came out on the Sega Master System or something like that.
I want to say it was the Saturn or the CD.
I think it might have been CD.
We're going a little after the Genesis, but not much. But yeah, you compare it to like Final Fantasy IV, which, having just played it recently, it's just Star Wars. It's just fucking Star Wars. To a hilarious degree. But it was also a lot more digestible and well known, right? That's what Lunar is telling these deep, complex stories over there and not selling well.
Sega CD.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just it. Like it came out in '92.
Oof.
It's original, and the fact that it did that much in storytelling, and obviously, like when they came out on the PS1, they could do like full motion videos and whatnot. So they're okay. Here's another thing: it's RPG and has anime, and I still love the game.
That is quite surprising.
This goes back to my original saying: if it is in two genres that I do not really care for, and yet can still really enjoy, that tells you everything you need to know. Mm-hmm. So if you are like me and not a huge on RPGs, even though this year, like, fuck, it should say something. So also, you need to play it.
Yes, Lunar is on the I guess before we start coming towards our tail end and say our like games of the years and stuff, about those challenges.
What challenges? We never made a challenge.
No, not in the slightest.
I
I wasn't supposed to play Star Tropics 2 at all.
I gave you a nice short one. You gave me a long one, which I didn't do.
No. See, now
So
for mine, I know the pain in the ass for mine was like if I wanted to play Star Tropics 2, I would have had to have figured out emulating it, which, not the hardest thing in the world, but then I got to do that. But when I have all these other games to play.
Yes. I still think you need to play Disco Elysium.
Yep. Disco Elysium is
It does run better on Switch too. I did try my copy finally.
Ooh.
And it does not lag nearly as much. Some people online were saying that it does crash a little more often, but there's autosaves pretty often.
Another interesting highlight to the year. We got the Switch 2 finally.
Yeah, the Switch 2, and I'm going to say the very, very old running joke, but it's kind of true. Has no games.
No, it has. It's funny because, so technically I have 0 Switch 2 games, but also I have 4 Switch 2 games. Because I got Hades 2, which is a Switch 2 edition.
It is the Switch 2 game on cart.
Yeah. So, but it's weird because it's not like a made for Switch 2 game, right? And then I also have Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. They have their Switch 2 editions, which, by the way, I only dabbled in them, but damn, is that an improvement. And then now, as of recently, I have Switch 2 edition of Red Dead Redemption, which, okay, thanks, I guess. That's
so these are based on upgrades, though, right?
Yeah, I haven't actually purchased a straight Switch 2 game.
I mean, okay, I would argue Hades
true.
2. It is Switch 2 cartridge. It is Switch 2 case.
I also forgot, because it's digital, so of course I forgot. I have Mario Kart World.
Oh yeah,
that is the Switch 2 game.
Silksong digitally. It is the Switch 2 version.
Yeah, that is also true.
For me, and I guess I'll bring this up, Donkey Kong, the new Donkey Kong, and it's good. It does get a little
like a good time.
I mean, again going back to my 40-hour rule, not that it's a rule, but kind of sweet spots.
Yeah,
it went over that by quite a bit. I want to say 70 or 80 hours is spent on it. I was starting to get a little bored of it, and then story stuff happened, and it just made me grin from ear to ear.
Well, it's funny because I've heard that game's it's peaks and valleys, right? The start of it is incredible, and then it's pretty good. Then it gets a little meandering, and then the ending is amazing.
So I think a lot of that comes down to its general structure and your structure for expectations. At the very beginning, everything is, you can break everything. So there's no real challenge in it. But as you progress, you start getting into zones where you can't break everything, at least at will, without going into Bonanza or some kind of other upgrade. And then as you can continue on, you're starting to get that standard Nintendo kind of feel where, oh, it's a new zone, but I got to do the exact same thing to unlock my ability, and then I can move on, right? So it does get a little monotonous in your expectations there, but it does start restricting on what you can and cannot do, and you can't just smash everything and get to the objective. You actually have to kind of pay attention and figure things out as you go.
So it makes you play the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not just me dig hole, get to banana.
Destroy everything.
Right?
See,
but then it's like a stress relief too, because if you just start smashing stuff, it's like, yeah, I did that.
Now, I would say my Switch 2 experience, by which I mean my one exclusive game, you know what? For being a Mario Kart game, I played this by myself a lot. When it first came out, I mean, yeah, it was, the thing I had to do on my Switch 2. I want to use it, but for someone who only seldomly enjoys like kart games and racing games, this game's just fun to fuck around in. Like, a
I
lot of people
I
talk
feel
trash
so
about
bad for it.
it. See,
I eh,
people dropped off hard. It'll get more DLC and
this is
content
this is the
eventually.
thing. Like Mario Kart 8 came out for the Wii U,
Yep.
and it got dropped pretty hard when it first came out. And this is something that like Nintendo's long titles like Mario Kart kind of suffer from is they drip feed. They've always drip feed.
Yep.
And Mario Kart 8 ended up becoming one of the best Mario Karts. And it started the exact same way as World did.
Well, and it's funny too because, like you said, people it came out and people almost every time a new Mario Kart comes out, people are like, "Bah, I hate this. I like the old one better." And then they go back to it a couple months later and they're like, "Actually, this is amazing."
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if that ends up happening with this. I put it down long since.
Yeah.
But that said, like if I'm in the mood for a kart game, I'm gonna boot this up before I boot up Mario Kart 8. That's for damn sure. It's just fun. Like, I'm not super competitive with it. I just like fucking around, and the new mechanics that they added, like just wall riding and all that stuff, like there's so much freedom to driving. It's ridiculous.
Right? And it's just going to be a matter of time before Nintendo like embraces that.
Well, and surprisingly, something that I haven't brought up much in this episode at all, the music in that game, holy shit.
Really?
Like, it just blends in so seamlessly, whatever you do. Like, as far as I'm aware, tracks don't seem to have, like, set songs so much as it's always just cycling through really dynamic remixes of tons of, like, Mario music throughout its history. And it just works so well.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be another Switch 2 game I do end up getting a hold of. And I'm kind of waiting on it, but Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah, that one.
When you brought up music, it just made me think of the desert. There's apparently no music in the desert till after you beat the game and unlock the radio on the bike. Which does suck. Or you can get the amiibo, which kind of adds like a weird paywall to it. But that desert is apparently like your world hub.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you don't fuck around with Metroid music, but that desert looks plain as all else.
It does. I mean, I don't think I'm going to rush out to get Metroid Prime 4, but it does look really cool.
No, I would have, but I always try and just ask for one game for Christmas. So that's on my list. And I'm in no rush for it, so.
Yeah. I don't know, but at least, like, the console itself, I really like.
Oh, yeah, because, like, if we're talking strictly the console and what it's done for us, performance on Switch 1 games.
Oh, it's so
like
good.
I said, for Disco Elysium, it runs a lot better. Like the music doesn't sound stuttery at all. Well, I'm saying at all. There's probably like the odd moment because I didn't play it for very long, but from my experience, it wasn't having any issues. I kind of want to go back and see how Graveyard Keeper runs on it because that's a game I played this year and I had a lot of fun with it. But oh my god, it got laggy.
See, I went back and shortly after I got my Switch 2, I tested out a game called Slave Zero X, which it's funny because I bought it for the original Switch knowing it was broken, but not as broken as I thought. Oh my god, unplayable. But it's playable on Switch too. It's still hard as balls, but at least at that point it's like, okay, I lost because I suck, not because the game can't function on this hardware. So,
that's fair.
I think it's great. I haven't fucked around with like the mouse controls. I'm never going to push the C button or anything like that, but we got GameCube. That's kind of cool.
Yep. The GameCube stuff.
I did Luigi's Mansion.
Yes, finally.
It was fun. It pissed me off.
Why did it piss you off?
Just the controls on, like, if I was playing it with a GameCube controller, probably would have had more fun, but like playing it with like Switch Joy-Cons, it's not my favorite. There's a lot of times that I was saying some rather mean things to Luigi and his control of a vacuum, but
he's so scared.
He is so scared. What a fun little game.
The Pro controller for Switch 2 is so much better.
That is something I do hope to get at some point, because it's weird. It seems like you'll only know the difference by holding it, because looking at it, it's the same
It looks the
thing.
exact same, but it feels so much nicer. And the
Yeah.
joysticks feel so much nicer on it. Maybe that's because my old one it's had some use.
Yeah, no.
But no, it feels really good.
I'm excited to see what the next year has in store for this console. I don't like. There's been some pretty shady ass practices that have come out of this. One, games being even more expensive.
Yep.
Game
That's
key cards.
You know
Fucking.
what? I'm not gonna say I'm okay with games being more expensive, but I've come to expect it given the economy.
Oh no, it's not a shock at all.
I don't like it, but
It's just one of those things where like it's only gonna get worse.
but when you do that on a game key card,
I
mm,
I had a horrible thought. So hopefully I don't have to do this, but Capcom hasn't exactly had the best track record for physical releases with Switch 2, and I'm getting a new Mega Man game.
oh no.
I swear, I hate that I will buy the game key card if it's a thing.
What if you can get it for Switch 1 though?
Then that's what I'm gonna do.
And that's okay. So I think the worst company that's kind of taken advantage of this situation is Square Enix.
Oh, they've been making some not so approvable moves lately.
Because yes, they're fully embracing the game keycard. Fine. It's one of those things that we kind of have to accept. I hate it. As a physical collector, I hate it. I can see the value in it, but I still dislike it.
Nope.
A lot of these games have Switch 2 upgrades that you can just download, which is awesome. Square Enix is going out of their way on majority of their titles to say, if you get the Switch 1 version, you cannot upgrade to the Switch 2.
Yeah, what did they do that with Tactics and Dragon Quest 1 and 2?
Yes, and I think 3 as well.
And I think they're also doing it with Octopath Zero, I think.
Yes, and did they not do number 1 and 2 for Switch 2 editions? I don't
No.
I don't know.
No, there was a combo card, but not Switch 2 edition.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But like where the rest of the companies are like, "Oh yeah, if you get the Switch 1 edition, here's the Switch 2 upgrade." No, they're just straight up, "No, no Switch 2 version. You want the Switch 2, get the game key card." And it's like,
I mean, Rockstar, the company that's notorious for selling the same games over and over again, just randomly
Bethesda?
pumped out. Oh yeah, them too. Hold on, not there yet. But yeah, like even Rockstar, they just pumped out a Switch 2 edition for Red Dead Redemption. Like, yeah, free download if you already have it. So sick.
Right? That's
Bethesda said, you know what? It's been a good couple weeks since we sold Skyrim. We should re-release Skyrim for the Switch 2.
You know what's really funny about that?
It's like the same thing, just for Switch 2.
Yes. I mean, it doesn't run at 60 FPS.
No, it runs at 30.
I think the really funny thing about that is the fact that they came out with Starfield and still selling Skyrim.
Yeah.
Because Switch 2, yeah, you'd be able to get Starfield on there, I'm sure. I mean, okay, let's put it in this perspective. If they can get Doom Eternal running on Switch 1, why can't you get Starfield on Switch 2?
Because you can sell Skyrim.
Yes.
So all roads lead to sell them Skyrim.
One of these days we will finally be awake.
Oh dear God. Well, unless you got some more standout things that occurred for the year.
Yeah, I really liked Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yeah. So
that was another one.
So before we do Game of the Year, what would you say is your honorable mention runner-up Game of the Year that you before that actually? if you can recall, what's a game that you dropped hardest this year?
Oh god. There was one that I dropped pretty hard. Shadow Labyrinth.
Oh yeah.
The Pac-Man Metroidvania based on the Secret Level show.
Yep.
And I think it was like a month ago or something you messaged me being like, "Oh, well, you got your validation on that." Cuz they came out with like some kind of newsletter saying they're revamping the entire game or something.
Yeah, they pretty much an overhaul of a patch.
Yeah.
And pretty much the patch notes said like, yeah, we're making it fun.
Yeah.
So I don't remember what it was, a lot of changes.
Oh yeah.
So no, that's fair.
No,
I
I
would
dropped that
say
pretty hard.
for me, the thing that got dropped the hardest, and I say the hardest just because of how much effort I put into it. Shortly after beating Dragon Quest III, I started playing Octopath Traveler 2.
Oh yeah.
And I got really far. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm like 7/8 of the way through it. And it's just gets, yeah, I'm done now. Bye.
And that's enough of that.
Yeah, which is unfortunate because it is really good. And I was playing the demo for Octopath Traveler 0, and I was like, wow, this gameplay loop's really good. And I looked over at Octopath Traveler 2, and I went, I'm going to play Sea of Stars. So,
I think one
that
of the
was that.
things with Square Enix, they don't know how to tell a good story, and when they do, they never listen to those people telling the story.
Well, you know what? Like the gameplay for Octopath is so good, and even like Octopath 2, its visuals are significantly better than the first. Like they really got this whole HD 2D thing down. But holy fuck, I don't care about what anyone has to say, and they
That's
say
just it.
so much of it. Holy shit!
Yeah.
And like everything is voice lined, and the voice acting's not bad, which is almost to a detriment because like it's not super standout voice acting, and I kind of hate voice acting with text boxes. I'd rather just read it. But when the voice acting's bad, at least it's funny. But like when it's mediocre, I'm just like, oh my
It
god,
feels cheap.
they're still talking. So yeah, I don't know. I'd like to go back to them. Like, I want to like Octopath more than I do. They're fun, but
Maybe
fuck.
it's not so much the story thing that Square Enix does. They just don't know how to do character dialogue that makes you care. It's very stiff.
No, these days, like it's got nothing on like what Final Fantasy 7 or 9. Like they had like solid character interactions. As were this one, there are no character interactions in exchange for what they want to say is freedom, but really it's not so much.
No, I think they had a couple diamonds in the rough, and they've kind of been gliding on that. I mean, if you look at their stocks, that kind of says everything you need to see about that.
Yeah.
Which sucks because they do make good games. It's just they gotta make them better.
Yeah.
They're so focused on the gameplay aspect, and you need something that backs that gameplay up. You need that reprieve.
Yeah. Now, okay. So with that out of the way, honorable mention, runner up, game of the year.
Oh god, I don't even know what my game of the year is, to be honest. I yeah, runner up. I'm gonna say Lunar 1.
All right. If I were to say my runner up, it seems like a bit of a cop out to see the Liza P DLC because I already love Liza P. So you know what? I'd probably give it to Hades 2.
Yeah.
Just like as much as it didn't captivate me as much as the original Hades, it is still stupid fun. It's very addictive. I kind of like force myself to put it down so I could move on to other things.
Yep.
But I was also okay with doing it, which I think speaks volumes against the original Hades that just like took over my life. But as for my actual game of the year, I have known it since I finished it. Holy fuck.
There could be so many different things too.
Yeah, no. Armored Core 6.
Oh yeah,
Holy
that
shit.
is
This
right.
game, like, changed my perception of games. Holy, it's so fucking good. Um, and the hilarious thing about it is, because I watched a lot of media about it, and it seems like everyone who played this game had the exact same experience, where they first started it, probably because they like the other FromSoft games,
Yep.
and they get their ass handed to them. They go, oh, I don't know. I might suck at this, so I might not like this. And then they start figuring it out, learning more, and then they play it, and then they play it again, and they play it again, and they go, shit, this is the best game I've ever fucking played. Oh, it's so much fun. The amount of like customization you can do, and it just makes you feel like a fucking badass.
That's pretty good.
Oh, I cannot wait to play it again.
I'm just waiting for that next Kingsfield game.
Oh, one day.
No,
Not
probably
today.
not. Probably not.
Not no.
Although, you know what? If they did, it would be because they wanted to go back to their roots, because it was their first game. They were still making accounting software when they were making Kingsfield.
See, I'm less likely to see them actually doing a new Kingsfield as much as I would see them doing like a Kingsfield collection.
I don't see them doing that.
No, it's not really their style.
No.
Plus, I also think that doesn't Kingsfield like have like 5 different publishers attached to it?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I think they bounced around a bit to get those games out.
Well, I think Sony had the rights to at least 1 and 2.
Hmm. So, I mean, when you think of things like Demon Souls, how that was like Atlas, like FromSoft back in the day, like they struggled to get published.
Oh, absolutely. And then they got their mark, right? So
Yeah.
it's, if you never actually learned the history of From Software, they were the underdog, and now they're
Not
laughing.
anymore. Yep. Yeah, they're only the biggest name in gaming these days.
Yep. So game of the year for me, honestly, I'm gonna go with Silk Song.
Yeah, that checks out.
Because, I mean, obviously, long time coming. Finally got it. Had to play it. And the reason I'm giving it game of the year is because very few games can get me kind of, maybe bad term to use, but like anxious to get playing again. Excited.
No, I get that.
Right? So like most games I could be like, oh yeah, that's gonna be a good time when I get to it and whatnot. Where this is like, oh, I gotta play more, I gotta play more, I gotta play more. Right? So that's why I'm giving it my game of the year, just because it gave me that, like, to me that tells me that it made me really understand what I enjoy about gaming.
See, and I would say something similar about Armored Core, where, yeah, that one was just, especially just from the gameplay sense too. Like, oh, I just want to go back and try this out, or
Yeah.
something like that.
No, for sure.
But yeah, it's oof, what a year! Holy.
There's been a lot of stuff.
I have really no idea what's coming out next year.
No, because Game Awards gave us like next to nothing.
No.
Although Tomb Raider 1 remake, that looks pretty damn nice.
I have to anxiously wait an entire year to find out if Mega Man's getting canceled or not.
Oh, it was already canceled.
Oh, that would be so not surprising. As far as things like we kind of know about, there's obviously Final Fantasy VII. I don't think we'll see that next year, but we might hear about it. Okami 2, I'd like to hear something about.
Yep. Oh, I'm anxious to learn more about this Divinity. Quite honestly,
Yep.
like Larian has solidified their place in my gaming repertoire, if you will.
I want to see more old games come back. Actually, funny enough, on the note of our challenges, it seems, I don't know if this is confirmed, but the old Tales games might be getting re-released, which, if so, is very exciting.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Like as a collection?
I don't know if it's going to be a collection or if they're just going to do individual remasters of each one, but either way, if it gives me a modern way to play Tales of Fantasia, I am down.
If it keeps the Super Nintendo look.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
not this chibi stuff that I see a lot of Tales games are.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that is what the SNES one is, but it also has a charm to it.
I mean that's fair enough. I mean like the 3D chibi type of stuff where it just looks like off-putting,
like Tales of Symphonia kind of stuff.
Yeah.
There's also the Mega Man Star Force games are coming out in a collection next year, so I at least have that to look forward to. They are a lot of fun. Their stories are dreadful. But it's Mega Man. What do you expect?
Yeah. I need to get back into my Mega Man playthroughs. I think 8 is next. And Final Fantasy 4 is next in that aspect. Slowly getting through them.
I don't know. What's something you hope to see next year or hear about maybe?
Honestly, at this point, I don't really know. Like I want to know more about part 3 for Final Fantasy 7.
Yep.
I want some more notable titles come out on Switch Online, because I feel like half the stuff that they put out is just okay.
We've been getting a bit of a drip feed, and it's been of some real weird stuff. Like
like
what was not what they last put on GameCube, but it was like on N64 is getting Rayman 2, which is kind of cool. Like I'm interested in that.
Yeah.
And then Tonic Trouble, which is okay.
Yep.
You know, that's one of those games that like you saw at like Blockbuster and you didn't get.
Yeah. Like
Still bound to check it out.
It's
weird though.
Yeah. I want to start seeing some like actual noticeable titles come onto the Switch Online.
But you know what? I'm down for just more random old crap. Next year there's a collection for Arrow the Acrobat, and that's stupid.
And Bubsy. I want to see what From Software's up to.
Like Beyond the Duskbloods?
Yeah, because we haven't had anything on Duskbloods, and they said that they have 2 teams working at the moment. So I want to see what they got up their sleeves. Hopefully it is a little more linear than Elden Ring.
Labo 2.
No.
This time it's made out of steel. Solder it yourself, kids.
Oh, jeez. And I want to know what Blue Point's doing.
Oh, yeah.
Because
they've been pretty quiet for a little while.
Well, they've been quiet, and apparently they're working on their own thing now. Which is, I think, is going to be their first game they've done by themselves.
Interesting.
So I kind of want to know what they're up to.
I don't know. We'll just have to see what the year brings, and hopefully it's not bad.
And some good Switch 2 titles, and get rid of game key cards.
Yes, please.
That's a nickel in the wishing well.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think that's about it for me.
All right, sounds good to me. Thank you guys, everyone, for coming and listening, even though we've been kind of AWOL for a little bit. And tell your friends, tell your family, tell your enemies if you wish. Leave us a review of some kind if you like the show. Pod is always welcome. And you can also find us on YouTube and your favorite podcasting services. You'd think after 68 episodes I'd know how to do this intro. But
it never gets easier.
No. With that said, we've been Josh and Tyler. This has been the Optional Boss Podcast, and we will see you next time.
Bye!